Kansas City. It's Week 13 of the NFL on EA Sports.
It is perhaps the best home field advantage in all of football, and certainly the loudest, as we welcome you inside Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here between the Denver Broncos and the Kansas City Chiefs. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13.
And this will make it into the end zone. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25.
This will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
By number 25.
In a word, I would say productive, finding the end zone 3 different times.
Is it possible that you're really underselling it? 3 touchdowns, just going to call him productive?
What do you want?
This guy had a nose for the end zone.
He was good.
Had a snootful, didn't he? How about that? Big-time game.
4 receivers to keep tabs on here. 3 of them to the right side on 2nd and 5. Looking to throw. Prescott. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And the return will stop right around the 25.
The Chiefs take over.
Time to see what Patrick Mahomes can do here with his first possession. The quarterback out at Texas Tech getting set to lead this KC Chiefs offense.
You enjoyed watching that game tape, didn't you?
Yeah,
Last week's game.
Good. 4 touchdowns, 1 pick.
Now, you were a little upset about the pick. I didn't know if you would play him this week or not if you were the head coach.
Hey, they got the win.
You got the win, so you're going to give him another chance?
Give him another shot.
All right, I think the ratio is pretty good. He'll try and eliminate the interception, but he wants to keep that hot streak going, throwing touchdown passes.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. That is caught at the 7. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2.
The Kansas City Chiefs.
23 yards on the play.
First and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points.
Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're...
And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line. The safety, Adrian Amos, comes crashing in for the sack.
A loss on the play brings up 3rd down and goal.
They go play fake. Mahomes. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Chiefs are going to take a first-quarter lead.
And that was a beautiful ball right there as he waited for his tight end to come uncovered in the end zone to give him points for patience as well. Delivered it right where it needed to be for 6 points.
Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. And his kick is good to make it 7-0 KC. So that drive, 4 plays. And it's capped off with a Kansas City touchdown.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
This will make it into the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
At their own 25.
So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And the Chiefs are going to get him.
Dak Prescott sacks. A loss of...
And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, You're really almost discrediting their work.
To try again after the sack. Prescott. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, as we get ready for third down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on second down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on third and long.
Third and long for Prescott. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. That'll bring up fourth down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
On fourth down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5, and it's Chiefs football, first and 10. Kansas City taking the field for their second drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out first and 10. Looking to throw is Mahomes. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. That his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
Good starting position for the Broncos here as they come up first and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. Now a give right side. Frazier. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. Second and 10 coming up.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. That time he was looking for Jerry Jeudy. Third down here.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. How to get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that tuck rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going. They're looking for Jeudy, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33.
Intercepted.
First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
Set to take over, Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs. And he'll need to find a way Shrug off the opening drive, if you can even call it a drive. One play and an interception, so he's got to forget that.
I know that in today's football, we have a good number of coaches who don't look at time of possession the way that the old school guys did. But there's still a place for it. I think that on this drive, after having thrown that interception, they're going to want to eat up a little bit more clock and run some offense and give their defense a little bit of a break.
19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it first and goal.
The 5-yard line.
They go play action here on first down. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. There is no denying they want to get him involved. That's already the 5th time that they've looked his way in this first quarter.
So that tells me defensively that they want to insist on going in that direction. Make sure you get your best people in the area.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
They'll take over first.
Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
On first down, Frazier. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. That one good for 37 yards.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
A first down throw for Prescott. His throw incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
A second down throw for Prescott.
This one complete to Jerry Jeudy.
And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 33. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
Down Broncos.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory, down at the 33.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy.
And the pass is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Jerry Jeudy.
Complete to
Jerry Jeudy with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game. And they use that height on the outside to get the score.
We've seen the evolution of the wide receivers. They've gotten taller and taller, but they've retained their quickness and their speed. It's a lethal combination.
Always good to have wide receivers with height. Point after here coming up. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it culminates in a touchdown by the Broncos. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
This taken in about 4 yards deep. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return.
Out comes Patrick Mahomes in the Chiefs offense. And it was his interception on the last drive that wound up leading to a game-tying touchdown.
And somehow you can make this a positive, though. You know why? Game tied now. So you're not protecting a lead. So you're not playing that way. You've got to go get the lead again. So maybe it loosens him up a little bit and allows him to go ahead and be a little more free in his play.
Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones at a first down.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. They go right back to him for 20 and a first.
34-yard line.
They'll run on first down. Gay. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
On play action, it's Mahomes. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Fuller there on the coverage.
This will probably be the last play of the quarter. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Flushed out right. His throw caught at about the 5. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown.
For good reason, quarterbacks want to get the ball to the perimeter to their wide receivers for big plays. But in this situation, it felt like, based on coverage, he knew that he wanted his tight end to have the football, and for good reason.
Butker on for the PAT. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
Broncos 7. Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Butker now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the 2nd quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. They run the counter. Frazier, and he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line. They'll break the huddle, send 3 receivers left, 1 to the right on 2nd and 5. Now Prescott. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
Incomplete. It's 3rd down and 5 yards to go.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Gun. Here's Prescott. He's got a man. It's Sutton that's complete. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48.
Roughing the passer defense.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And Prescott, his 3rd interception. Picked off around the 37, the 30, 10, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So a pick 6 there out of the nickel package. They went with 5 DBs.
Almost becoming the base package in the NFL is the nickel. Hard to throw against. That was demonstrated one more time. A pick 6 going the other way.
extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Let's see what our player spotlight feature has in store with Dak Prescott. So with the 3 interceptions, how does he erase those from his mind and just focus on this drive?
I think he may need some help from the coaching staff. Maybe the offensive coordinator says, okay, let's do a few of the shorter throws, quick rhythm throws where the ball's out of his hand quickly into a receiver before the defense can react. Maybe not take so many shots downfield, just in case. Get your confidence back up, and then later on, you expand the targets again.
The KISS method. Keep it simple, stupid. Right?
I love it. I love it.
And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25.
Tackled at the 25.
A huge play there for Denver, and even 50 yards.
And the Broncos.
Nothing fancy there, a little smash mouth football right up the gut on the dive, and it turns into a huge play.
You talk about the fastest way to the secondary. Right up the gut as you described, and a long, long run.
Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Prescott on 1st down. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense has spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
Able to get 9 out of that pitch and catch, but now 3rd and goal.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that.
Yeah, this is caught by Sutton. Touchdown Broncos.
Touchdown.
Cortland Sutton with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Broncos have cut it to within a score.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor in effect.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. Taking it about the 1. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
1st and 10. At their own 13-yard line.
And now here comes Kansas City. Touchdowns on back-to-back drives. So a very good flow right now offensively.
Hard to slow them down, too, because they are locked in. Feel like the offense coordinator is a little bit ahead of the defensive guys right now. They're beating them to the punch with their play calls. They've got a nice rhythm they're locked into. How can the defensive guys come up with something that'll disrupt that flow? That's what they're seeking right now.
Well, it's been an exciting sequence to watch. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Mahomes again here on 2nd and 10. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory, right at the 40. And to give this time to the tailback. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
Tackle made at the 38-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
On second down, Gay. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 8th catch for him now. He's been a big factor. And it's a first down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been...
And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. And he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14.
14. Harrison.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Denver's offense ready to go again. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it when every...
And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both of these offenses having their way so far. So maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sack, finally a first step in the right direction for a stop. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Here's Jamie Gillen now as he'll punt it away for the second time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The KC offense and Clyde Edwards-Helaire getting the ball back here. And he's had his chances in this game. He just hasn't been able to find any daylight so far.
Patience, patience, patience. And that's the hard part for a runner because they expect every run to be a big one for something to pop. So they have to sometimes go through the struggles before it happens for them later in the game. But you got to give credit to the rest of the team. They've worked around the fact that he hasn't had his normal big game.
Yeah, despite his struggles, still winning here in the second quarter. Mahomes now to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over it, and they got there to break that one up.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. And that'll be incomplete. Mahomes took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Final shot before the half from Mahomes. And his throw is incomplete. So we've come upon halftime here in Arrowhead with the Chiefs on top as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports half. And now due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. Ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. To throw, it's Mahomes. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Set him back 5.
Still second down.
And now after the delay of game, they're operating behind the stick, 2nd and 15. Play action. Now it's Mahomes.
And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Justin Simmons. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Throwing again. Prescott on 2nd and 10. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that. But it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost his bread and butter. It's a good running back dive play.
And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
The Chiefs offense set to go.
And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in a good spot, great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
They turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Lions. It's a big play, yet amazingly, because of how far they had to go, they're still looking at a 2nd down here.
2nd down at the 30-yard line.
Throwing now is Mahomes. Steps away. Now he'll let it go deep down the left sideline. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
56. Mike, 56.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And this one will be brought back to the 22. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that, being a safety.
And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Jerry Jeudy with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Broncos use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. He's got it, and they're back within a touchdown at 28-21. A nice, tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only one for it. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away.
Now this will make it into the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
Patrick Mahomes on his way out for their next drive. And the passing game, I mean, look at the numbers. It's fallen off. When a team is struggling, sometimes you look at the quarterback. When the quarterback starts to struggle, who goes over and picks him up?
Yeah, that's always a big one, isn't it? Usually, there's a quarterback whisperer somewhere. And what I mean by that is, whether it's an assistant coach, whether it's one of his best friends on the team, someone that can get in his ear, get with him and say, all right, my man, what do you need? What's going on here? So there's one person he can lean on. He's going to have to lean on that guy right now.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. 24 yards the gain there, another 1st down as well. And now here is another interception. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. Yeah, he'll find Hall. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down.
Broncos.
Prescott from the gun. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete.
Prescott.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
9 yards.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. Prescott now from the 50. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49.
Well, plays like that, Charles, no doubt, they're just going to continue to fuel this crowd.
And this defense is already playing well, but it also feeds on the energy of that crowd that you're talking about, and that takes them up to another level. Right now, they're playing really loose. They've got the...
Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Well, they went with a nickel. They throw in an extra defensive back. Coverage was very good.
Yeah, it was exactly as you would expect. A passing down, you bring in the nickel package. Just as you described, the coverage was excellent and allowed one of their linemen to end up getting to the quarterback.
Here's Jamie Gillen now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. He'll send this one into the Midwestern air, and it's a good one. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? They go play fake. Mahomes. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. Whoosh. 16 yards, a first down.
Kansas City Chiefs.
Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. 20. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A big play there with touchdown number 29. Too short of LaDainian Tomlinson's all-time record 31. And the Chiefs add on to their lead.
Well, I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, That got done.
And he'll bang that one through. A 4-play drive spanning 80 yards. And a pretty good run there in the end to top it off.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And Denver getting set to take the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
Broncos first down.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. He completes this to Sutton. The 20, 10, and all the way home for a Broncos score. Cortland Sutton, his second touchdown of the afternoon, and the Broncos draw a bit closer. So that's a really big play here in the fourth quarter, and don't look now, they're right back in this game.
Did it feel to you, as it did to me, that maybe they were a little bit soft in what they were lining up with on defense? Almost like they were protecting the lead rather than trying to make a play.
And now that lead is down to just one score. Now the extra point try forthcoming. And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away.
Taking it about the 1. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as these guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
21-yard line.
KC's offense ready to take over. And now after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 21. Off of play action, he'll look to throw.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. On play action, they'll throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. And that's incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And that is incomplete. The Chiefs tried it, but they're turned away on 4th down. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. So that's a decision that could loom pretty large here. They go for it on 4th down, but come up empty.
But I actually like the call, and the reason? It shows me a head coach has faith in his team overall. First, on the offensive side, thinking they can pick it up, but also knowing that he has faith in his defense that if they don't, they'll go out there and stop them. I like the confidence he showed.
That one good for 13 and a Denver first down.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield, and when they see openings, take their shots.
On 1st and 10, Prescott under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Another try after the first down sack. Prescott, and all the way home for a Broncos score.
To number 20.
A great play there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
At their own 28-yard line.
So now here are the Chiefs as their offense makes their way back out onto the field. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. On play action, it's Mahomes. Looking left side, and it's complete. And finally, he is out of bounds, but not before taking it down near the 15. An outstanding pickup there for the Chiefs. 56 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Chiefs have broken our tie as they take the lead.
Brandon, is there any way you and I can join this quarterback in the zone he's in? He's absolutely feeling it. Touchdown after touchdown, throwing the ball.
Butker on for the PAT. And they will take a 7-point lead now. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Prescott's pass.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
And the Chiefs are going to get him.
Dak Prescott sacked. A loss of 11.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. A gain of 9, not enough, and it's 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
1 score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now Prescott on 4th down. Throw left side complete. That's Hall. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now on 3rd down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. Here's Prescott. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he gets it just shy of midfield, but that's not enough. He's short of the marker. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. They'll try and run for it. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. Steps away to his left. He's going to take off with it. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked.
Intercepted.
Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Now here's Mahomes. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
Butker now to add the extra point. And the lead is up to 14. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here.
Broncos 35.
Big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Kansas City, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they move to 8-4. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Baltimore Ravens next week. Meanwhile, for the Broncos, the playoffs look to be out of reach now as they drop to 4-8. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.